are you too? That's a nice.
Anders, good to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
Brooksville area, Brooksville, the Macon, south of Columbus, Mississippi.
We got people from all over the country. Terre Haute, watching from Terre Haute. Yes, if you see a storm chaser in your city, it typically is not about to be a good time.
Jen, what do you have plugged in your GPS as a stopping point? Right now, I just have Jacksonville because Jackson gets me away from winter. So I don't have anything further than that.
Oh, Jacksonville, Florida. Jackson.
I wish. No, Mississippi. I was gonna say, dang, bro. Well, I'm out of here. I'm going east.
Going past Central City, Kentucky right now. Central City. My friend is the terminal manager at the XPO terminal over here in Central City.
And at this rate, I'll actually be there in an hour 40 because I'm doing highway speeds on the Mississippi side because the highway is still just for watering.
Aberdeen, Maryland. I was born out there. My dad was an MP at Aberdeen Proving Ground.
Good job. Now, I will say, Scott, for me right now, this is wonderful. Concerning for you,
wondering why I'm not going further east. I'm heading east right now.
Standing water on this highway. By the time you get here, I'm not so sure it's going to be standing water anymore. Bring it. See, I was just going to go to a stop sign and go take off this time because that's going to go nowhere. They'll be there all night long. But this all-wheel drive to the
Chris, good to see you tuning in from Massachusetts.
You reached the freezing mark over there, Gordon. I'm at 32. Yes.
Real stuff happens when Cantori shows up. I've actually met Cantori. I do
that long enough.
I love Cantori. He's a good guy and a great friend. Never gonna think one of the guys that I, loved watching growing up would be contacting my phone, Yeah,
it's pretty different. I guess I did start a stream, but when I started the stream, I kind of keep going here for a little while, but I moved to hotel here.
Should have just went back to Biloxi for it. I just miss that Hampton in Biloxi. It's just so nice.
Actually, I think they're not.
Hey, Dean, what's happening?
those impacts. So we're going to zoom up so you can take a look. The utility lines right here. You can see icicles forming up there on the power line, as well as the light itself. So that's one impact. We're worried about the weight of that ice taking down some of those lines and causing outages in this area. And in the state, they're already happening. Just in Mississippi, we have just over 2,400 customers without power. But our neighbors over in Texas and Louisiana, they're all both around 50,000 power outages, customers, I should say, without power at this time. Now, trees, that's another thing that's going to be taking on some weight from the ice right now. And so if we can maybe zoom out, you can see some of the trees down this hill. They look gray. And that's because all of those branches, they are coated in ice right now. And so some of the trees are actually drooping. We were able to spot one area. If we can maybe focus on that. There's some trees right in front of us that are right above those utility lines right there. And so that's a big issue of concern because that could also lead to outages if trees take down some of the lines in this area. So we've been talking to some folks. I spoke to the mayor. One of their concerns will be the roads, of course, because that's one thing they can control. So she spoke to me about that, saying, yes, they're doing everything they can to clear them. As you can see where I'm standing, this was a pretty good layer of slush, and they've been trying to plow it, and they have. But in the overnight hours, things can settle and or just freeze, I should say, in the overnight hours. So she told me she's really concerned tomorrow because we're going to get more of the freezing rain too, on top of just natural freezing from the cold temperatures. So the good news is we're not seeing a ton of people that are out for the most part. They have some roads that are more of a danger to drivers that are closed off, including the one that we're standing on. It's a pretty steep drop off if you continue driving. We've only seen one or two people actually go around the road closure. So it's been pretty quiet, though. I do want to note that. Not a lot of people out on the roads. Most people are listening to it. We did go over to Ole Miss, where a lot of the students are just walking around, taking pictures, trying to enjoy it while they can. Take a listen.
Oh my gosh, this is like nothing I've ever seen before. We're from Florida, so this is blowing our minds right now.
Yes, our campus looks absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, like being from Florida, we have a lot of hurricanes, so this is not unlike that. So we're stocked up, we're good. We're just kind of enjoying it right now while the weather's light, and we'll make sure to take precautions when needed. I like that.
Yes, and neither of us drive, so we're gonna stay in our dorm and take it all in.
All right, so there you have that. Now, on the state's end of things, for one, the disaster declaration that the mayor, or the governor, I should say, requested, that has been approved by President Trump, along with declarations for 10 states in total. And then, of course, we have just the response from the state. The Mississippi Department of Transportation, they're still consistently working on those state roads and interstates. They said there's about 26 counties in the state that have ice reported on roads, bridges, overpasses, and such, and they're urging only emergency travel to be occurring at this time. So, Ian, I mean, this is kind of a marathon for us this weekend. The rain, the freezing rain, it is continuous. It's going to keep stacking up here when it comes to that ice accumulation. We're still forecasted to see 3/4 of an inch of ice or more, and it's building up here in Oxford. Back to you.
Yeah, Brandy, we're expecting that to worsen considerably as we move through the evening and into the overnight. And what you just showed us, those branches over the power line, I'm not sure there's a more classic example of why icing and power outages go hand in hand. But Dylan and Steph in Weather Command, we're just looking at the latest numbers. Oxford area, maybe a tenth up to, at the most, off to your south, it's 1/4 of an inch. And you're showing us the stress on the trees. We could still multiply that 5x, 10x as we move through the overnight. Right there is where the danger comes in. That's Fox Weather's Brandy Campbell. Brandy, we'll be checking back in with you throughout the evening. Thank you.
Now, major cities along the East Coast, well, they're bracing for the biggest winter storm in a decade. We're looking at more than a foot of snow that is set to fall across parts of Virginia, all the way up to Maine. And there is still the threat of some dangerous ice, too. That's increasing as well. So the Northeast, Mid-Atlantic, you're next in line, especially going into about early Sunday. We'll watch as we look at the radar right now. Washington, D.C. actually looks pretty quiet, but notice that the flags are starting to wave in the distance. So the winds are picking up here across.
At Raising Cane's, we focus on making the most craveable chicken finger meals, getting them right every time.
Doesn't matter how hard I try. I always just end up in the same place. I don't belong here.
Well, yeah, thank y'all for watching. This is Storm Chaser Jacob Skiles signing off from Hot Springs. Right here. Oh, house going. House going. Oh, no. Okay, I'm going too far. Just get him on my back up. Yeah, okay. Want to go up the road a little bit, or do you want to stay right now? I'm not zoomed all the way in. Okay, now there it goes. There it goes again. Look at the surface right here above us. I want a picture. Can you find me a picture of that? Debris is all over the house. Snow, and I don't think we had any issues during the lake effect. So, and we were live for both of those for many hours. Right. More than we were live last night for by a long shot. So, yeah, I hope you guys can hear and see this clear. This is I-49 south of Fayetteville, north of Fort Smith, and you can see it's pretty rough right here. We have light snow falling right now. A little bit of sleet mixed in, but we're fighting. Getting north here. No, that's what it was. The stream computer needed to be reset. Okay, that's what it was. So it just needs to be turned off. Yeah. Rebooted. Yep, we're fine now, guys. Well, we do have some light snow. It might get a little bit heavier here as we get north. We have some nice snow bands to our west in Oklahoma, near Tulsa, that are kind of working their way. So I'm hoping that these snow bands, I mean, shoot, we could be live all day. We could be live for 3 hours. I mean, we don't know. So we're just playing it by ear, and we have no idea what we're doing either. But we're about to go through the mountains, so that's going to be a fun time. Hopefully we get through the mountains without a hitch. Yep, we're running some chat, so after that rough start, we need to make sure that we're hitting that like button, guys. Hitting that share button. So I'm starting to understand the system a lot better now. I mean, Garrett saw I wasn't panic, calm, and composed. Got it figured out within like 10 minutes. So thank goodness that starting screen. It went to the disconnected screen, unfortunately, but it's all right. We got it figured out. Well, we're in snow now, so no more clickbaiting for us. But good to see you all. Let's see. We got Steph, Christopher, Jana, Heather, Andy, Stormy, Karen, Ashley, Marianne, Baby, Mama. Good to see you all in here. So we already got almost 600 of you guys in here, so that's not a bad. Well, that means maybe not as bad. Once we are in snow, it's fine. So. I just praying stuff the other day. It'd be like, man, these guys are on a black screen, which I mean, at least from my personal experience on a much smaller platform, I would lose internet or lose connection pretty quickly, and I would regain easily, so it wouldn't affect me too bad. The only time it affected me, Garrett, is whenever my stream went black screen for 10 hours, then it really paid. We weren't black screen for 10 hours, so you see the here have some, especially these cedar trees have some snow on them. Hello, good to see you. Amber, good to see you from McPherson, Kansas. Probably picking up a lot of snow. Hey, how did you guys do in the snow category last night? I bet you guys did better than anywhere down here. Down here, looks like 4 or 5 inches on the ground last night here at Fort Smith. As we go north, it may be a little less. Still probably a few inches of snow on the ground minimum. High 40 was pretty bad this morning. When we were driving on 40 just before we went live, I-40 in western Arkansas was pretty nasty. It was kind of like snow. Snow kind of got melted down and it got packed into ice. And then obviously toward Bull Rock and Forest City and Memphis and all those areas, it's going to be a rough time out there today. But the brunt of the storm is coming tonight for these areas too. The brunt of the storm for these areas is coming between 9 p.m. and 9 a.m. tomorrow. So that 12-hour window. And then you could have snow around here that lingers until noon, just depending on how it goes. But we're kind of unsure what to do. So we're thinking. I don't know. I think that we could maybe go out towards 44 today and head up towards St. Louis and Louisville if we wanted to. And we might have some snow to string throughout the day at the very least. I think once we get into I think if we got into southern Illinois and Indiana tonight, I think we would have snow to string this evening. So it just is going to depend on, do we want to stream this evening, or do we want to get to a hotel room, get some sleep, and then get out at like 3 or 4 a.m. early tomorrow morning? It just depends on which one we want to do. So if we go live this evening, then we probably won't be out as early tomorrow. But if we don't go live this evening again, then we'll probably substitute that by getting out early tomorrow. But we'll see. We don't even know if we're going to end up back there. We could, for all I know, we could still be anywhere from Oklahoma City up to Springfield, Missouri, down to Northwest Arkansas, over to Louisville. So here's the mountains here. We're getting into it now. Should be going up in elevation. So we'll have to be very careful.
Thank you, guys.
What? Very low? No, like when I'm going to the house. Oh, yeah. Just look at these things. Mountain valleys. These suckers are 2,500 feet tall, right? So they've got the bridge. Interestingly enough, the bridge looks better than the whole rest of the highway. Somehow. The bridge does look better than the highway. Somehow, guys, the bridge is better than the highway. This is a really, this is one of my favorite areas that I experience. You got these taller hills very cool valleys and cliffs, and you have cool streams that run, rivers that run through all these little valleys. It's a really cool area. I mean, you got a billion caves over here, so.
Welcome the new year with giant savings on a new Honda during the New Year sales event at Honda Cars of Bellevue. Right now, drive home a new Honda CR-V for just $289 a month, or take advantage of financing as low as 0.99% on select models. You'll love the friendly stations, no pressure atmosphere, and great service that makes buying a Honda easy. Visit Honda Cars of Bellevue.com.
For you uncontrolled nasal polyp sufferers, Dupixent is an add-on treatment that invites you to go beyond. Dupixent goes beyond your nasal polyps by helping block a key source of underlying inflammation that can cause them. It shrinks nasal polyps and can help you breathe better with less congestion. Dupixent goes beyond too. Severe allergic reactions, including skin reactions, can occur. It helps right away. Face, mouth, tongue, or throat swelling, wheezing, or trouble breathing. Tell your doctor right away if signs of inflamed blood vessels like rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, brown or dark colored urine, tingling, or numbness in limbs. Tell your doctor if new or worsening eye problems like eye pain or vision changes, joint aches and pain, or a parasitic infection or asthma. Don't change your download treatment without talking to your doctor. Go beyond and do more with less nasal polyps. Ask your doctor about Dupixent.
Hey, Louis, I'm definitely remember that look. I don't know if we'll be there for this. I mean, it's still a possibility, I guess, we could end up there for this system. It is. I mean, that's kind of on the direction north. I mean, it's all options are on the table, basically. So, but it's good to see everybody. We are in northwest Arkansas. Well, yeah, we're on our way to northwest. We're in northwest. We're kind of in like western Arkansas. We're on our way towards northwestern Arkansas. And to get a portion of this event up here, and then we're gonna make the decision: are we gonna go further east? Do we want to go back to Oklahoma? And that's at the point where we have to make that decision. To say yes. I mean, this gives us a way to stay in snow most of the day if we wanted to go to the Ohio Valley for tomorrow. Some of our snow bands right now are very hit and miss, so we're kind of in and out of some of these snow bands. There's a lot stronger snow bands up just Tulsa right now. So hopefully they are moving towards the direction we are going. And there's some of those bands, some really heavy bands, but they're just very modified. But at the very least, it's light. We have some light snow right now, and we have some nice sound views here, at least for the next 45 minutes as we traverse through these valleys and peaks. But eventually we can go under a big tunnel for like 30 seconds. What? Yeah, we can go under a tunnel for 30 seconds. There's like a tunnel for I remember that. It's like a big tunnel that goes through one of the mountains. Hey, how are y'all doing this morning? We got over 1,000 of you guys in here to start off the day already. How are you guys doing this morning, Chad? Well, man, we should, at some point, we should some of the snow that was about to be on top of us kind of so that's how these bands have been all morning. The bands pop up out of nowhere and then they'll vanish. So we'll have to play cat and mouse. We'll have to try to figure out where the bands are going to be. But whatever happens tonight and tomorrow is going to be a much steadier snow. It'll still be some bands in that video.
You're waiting for snow, Sharon? Where are you waiting for the snow at? Amber says -1 is here. Good morning from Cleveland. It's brutally cold for now. Interested to see how much snow we actually get tomorrow. Yeah, so am I if they're pretty good.
Yeah, the northern periphery of that snow is a little bit uncertain, I'd say. Here's more. It just swamps some of these spots tonight, tomorrow morning. And then it's, look over there, it probably does the same thing. So, I will say I do think that this second wave here, Garrett, is certainly on track to be the bigger wave by far. So,
I don't think anyone's going to speed this morning, officer.
yeah, dude, this is a bad little stretch of interstate for getting caught by these speed traps because you have these like corners, with like these cliffs and these trees. You like can't see around the corner, and then you like go around a corner and there's just a speed trap right there. So, this is a bad spot for speed traps up here in Arkansas. But normally this is an interstate that I drive a lot in the early spring. So like from where I live, this is how I get down to like UC. I always have to take this interstate. So I've probably driven this interstate 100 times through here, but usually there's not too many times.
It definitely, the view is definitely very pretty.
Yeah, it's not very, we're getting some light rain coming out in 4 minutes ago. I don't know how well y'all can see it on the screen, but because the problem is these flakes are very dry and small flakes, but you can see the visibility dropping a little bit in the distance.
Come on, up. You barking at?
Hopefully we get crushing winds here.
Barking at?